Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Western Racing. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the first playset that I have reviewed in quite some time. This is the Megalodon Mad Hog Chomper for the Monster Jam Mini Jams line, as you can see up there. Basically what this is it is a Mad Max style vehicle that eats Monster Jam Minis, which is super cool because making a playset or making a way for kids to clean up their bedrooms and disguising it as a playset is genius. I can always get behind that because as somebody who hates cleaning up tables, being able to just, if I have a table full of Hot Wheels cars, being able to just grab something and just suck them all up, really handy. As a grown adult, I need something like this in my life. So what this is this is the Mad Hog Chomper, as I basically just explained to you. How this sucker works is it is a fully sized vehicle here, but when you spin this front tire, you can see those little gears on the inside spin as well. What those little gears are doing is they're grabbing stuff off the ground and they're sucking them up and throwing them out into the back here of this dump bed. You're going to get to see the full thing in action, of course. It wouldn't be a very good unboxing and review if I didn't, actually show off how it works. But before we get into that, we obviously got to open this sucker up. And as you can see, it does come with an exclusive albino Megalodon, which I'm not gonna lie, I like the idea of an albino. It's actually more of a desert Megalodon, but it looks really cool. I like it. You also get a couple barrels as well, because not only does this thing suck up minis, it also sucks up like barrels and all sorts of stuff. It's actually pretty cool. This thing's really neat. I am actually really excited to review this. So without further ado, I say we go ahead and get right into it. 20 bucks at Kohl's. I forgot I bought this at Kohl's. That's how long ago this was. But yeah, you can see on the back here, eats the barrels and everything, throws them in the back. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this sucker up, shall we? It's been a while since I've done a playset. Now this playset is a little big. I'm probably not going to be able to review it to its full potential on this table that we're currently at. So let's hope for the best and hope I can, right? Right. You guys know me. I like, that's the thing. I like reviewing the playsets. I know a lot of people are against reviewing don't like reviewing the playsets. They just want the exclusive trucks with it. No, I'll be weird. I'll admit it. I actually really like reviewing the playsets. I think it's fun. Gives me something to do, that isn't just the standard, review monster truck. No, I actually get something fun to play with, which I think it's great. I can get behind that. What I can't get behind is that Spitmaster's packaging continues to just bamboozle me. Okay, so we got these. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, these are cool. Okay, so these are actually really cool. I like that Spin Master has started doing these. Look at how simple these are to remove. You literally just turn them and then pull them out. It's literally the easiest thing in the world. Now, our Mad Hog, got that hog in me. That sounds disgusting. Why did I say that? I am so sorry. Parents, plug your children's ears, and if they ask what that means, don't tell them. So yeah, there's our Mad Hog. All the mouth moves up and down. That's so cool. When that pops open, I think we just pull this out. Okay, the dump bed in the back is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was. That's awesome. I was expecting that to be pretty small in the back. It's actually pretty big. Okay, so there's the Mad Hog. This thing's pretty neat. Look, that is actually pretty cool looking. All right, unironically, that thing is pretty awesome looking. That's cool. I can get behind a well-designed playset. That is fun. We got a flag back here. Curious. There we go. Got a Monster Jam flag. I wonder what that goes to. No, it isn't opposite the smokestack. Does it go on? Where does this go? Up here? No. That's cool that spins. Where in the heck does this dang thing go? Does it say on the box? Oh, it goes on the... I feel stupid now. It goes back here. Oh yeah, it literally matches the shape perfectly. I'm just stupid is all. It won't go in. Did y'all miss playset reviews on the channel? Let me know in the comments or in the live chat if y'all missed when I used to review playsets, because what was the last one I did? It was the garage, right? The Monster Jam garage? That's not gonna... Why is that not going in all the way? There we go. Okay. Yeah, my last review was a long time ago. I do remember that. But yeah, I think it was the Monster Jam Garage was my last review that I did. And I remember, okay, that was cool. The Monster Jam Garage was pretty cool. Not my favorite play set that I've reviewed by any means. I have reviewed some much cooler ones. Like, oh, what's a good example? The Big Air Breakout one, the World Finals, you launch the truck into the little high jump thingy. That one's probably, to this day, my favorite play set that I've reviewed. That one's really cool. I did very much enjoy reviewing that one. And the truck that came in that stunt truck was clean. That was such a good playset exclusive truck. I'll be honest, the mustard colored 40th anniversary Gravedigger in the garage, not my favorite by any means. I just cut myself with the knife. Thankfully, my on-site paramedic team rushed to the rescue and it was dealt with haste. We couldn't find the bandages. It was not dealt with haste. But anyways, we're going to go back to reviewing the playset here because that's what we're here for. And, you know, a little finger cut ain't going to slow me down. I figured it was going to happen at some point because I, you know, used the knife like a madman on this channel. That's my lesson for the video right there. When you're using a knife, be careful with it. Don't do what I do. But yeah, anyways, this is the Megalodon Mad Hog playset. It's pretty cool. Already, I think it's pretty cool. I haven't actually seen it in action yet, though, but I have a feeling this might actually be up there as one of my favorite playsets I've reviewed, just because already this thing looks super duper cool. But we're going to get the hog out of here. And I am going to review just the, well, we'll get these out of here too. We don't need those. We're going to review the mini, and then we're going to review the playset. So here you go. This is the Megalodon from this set. As I like to call it, the albino Megalodon, but I think it's better known as the desert Megalodon. This is still really cool though. It's like a tan color. You've got like a weird like bluish gray chassis with brown tires. It's a pretty solid little mini for a playset exclusive, and that's one thing I really like with the minis usually, is that the playset exclusive minis usually have exclusive body colors, and I hope they keep that up in the future with future minis releases. At least with the new mini jams playsets, the playsets come with a gemstone mini jam, which is pretty cool. I really want to find those ones because, like I said, that Ruby Thunderosaurus and that Citrine Digatron, really cool. I want both of those really bad. But I haven't seen either of those playsets before in person, so that's going to be a while before I review those. But yeah, there you go. There's the Megalodon mini that you get with this. Now, the moment has come to review the Mad Hog playset. Now, this studio, as it sits right now, is a little too small for my liking. If only I had a bigger studio to review playsets, maybe like a playset review table or something. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the playset table. Hopefully where I'm going to be reviewing all of my playsets from now on. This used to be my whatnot table, and I finally got it cleaned up enough that I could use it as a playset table. And what's really cool is that as I continue to clean off this table over time, I will eventually be able to do things like the supercharged Speedway and Smashbot and stuff like that on this table, rather than trying to cram it in anywhere else. So I'm really glad that I finally got this to a point where I can do reviews on here and have a background and stuff. Now, because it's not fully cleaned up yet, I decided for this video the background was just going to be, you know, some rare monster trucks that I have acquired over the years, and just, I figured that'd make a fun background. Those have nothing to do with the video. I just thought I'd put them there. And then, of course, if you look at the background, you can see some play sets that I've reviewed in the past, such as the Big Air Breakout Walmart set over there. Literally my biggest video that I've ever made, the Stunt and Splash car wash video. That is the car wash right there. I still have it. That is literally my biggest video on this channel. I'm not even kidding. Pretty crazy to think about. And then that over there is the garage, which I have filled with all of my loose chase piece monster trucks. So you can see Showtime Dragon, True Heavy Metal, Son of a Digger, True Heavy Metal, El Toro Loco sitting there, and like the whole rest of it. Like I'll show you guys. Like, check that out. It's all my chase piece trucks are over there, which I think is super duper cool, having those on display like that. But anyways, never mind all those loose Hot Wheels cars that were down there. Those are going to be all sold on Whatnot eventually, hopefully. I do not want to keep those anymore. But without further ado, if the camera isn't crooked, which I don't think it is, I think we're going to go ahead and get right into reviewing the playset itself. And what's the playset, you might ask? Well, if you haven't been paying attention, I would understand why you're asking that. But if you have been paying attention and you're asking that, then I'm going to assume that, like me, you like to play a good joke every now and again. It's obviously the Mad Hog. Now, this thing is super duper cool. I'm actually really already super excited to take a look at it. So what you do is when you roll it, you can see on the inside, they got freaking Dragonizer over here, got stuck to the flag. But when you roll it, you can see inside the mouth there are these little things that are just coming at you. You can see there are these little rubber saw blades that are coming at you and gonna eat anything in its path, which is pretty cool. Really, really fun. Now, obviously what happens is, let's say, you know, you got some barrels just haphazardly left out in the middle of nowhere. The Mad Hog does not stop. It will literally come at these barrels and scoop them up. Now, it doesn't do a very good job of scooping them up, honestly, which is kind of disappointing. But if you come at it nice and quick, I think, nope, it doesn't work. That's weird. Huh, what's going on here? How hard do you have to freaking hit this thing? Maybe it works with the minis better than it does the barrels. It's not really working with the barrels. Oh, it worked. It worked. There we go. He's in the back. See, that did not at all work as good as I thought it was going to, which, yeah, whatever. But anyway, there you go. So you can see it eats the minis, which is really cool. Now, what I want to do is I want to get some other minis out here. And we did get this little cardboard insert in the back of the playset here that I do want to, what we'll do here is we'll pull out the minis that they recommend on here to keep going with. And it would appear that there is the Max D with the macaroni chassis, which coincidentally, I actually have that right here. So we'll pull out the Max D that it recommends, the Monster Mutt, which I don't think I have that Monster Mutt. Oh, I actually do. Look at that. There's the Monster Mutt right there. The Megalodon, which we already got up there. We need the Dragon, and I think that is, if I'm not mistaken, the green-bodied Gravedigger. I'm pretty sure is what that one is right there. And then, what was the other one? The Dragon, which is over here. It is Dragon with a green chassis and orange tires. So there we go. There's the minis that are in the back of the thing there. And if we need to add more, we can. But anyways, yeah, there's that. I'll find a good spot for that. Yeah, so here's how this thing works is you kind of already got a demo there, but basically it's meant to just pick up the minis. So what we do here is we have Monster Mutt, Dragon, Megalodon, Gravedigger, Max D, right? Say they're driving along, the Mad Hog comes along and it just chews them up essentially. It's a little bit difficult. You do got to put some oomph into it to really get them to get eaten, because the way that it works is the front tires are specifically that front tire. That's interesting. I didn't even notice that. So wait, if I lift this up and I just spin, yeah, look at that. It's this front tire specifically. So it's the right front. You really got to put some pressure on that right front tire and it'll eat them up. There we go. There we go. That time it worked. But yeah, and there you go. Now if you look in the back, you got all your minis picked up. They're back there. And then when you want to release them, go ahead and grab the flag and you just do this. Dumps them all out. That's really cool. Okay, so that's fun. But now it begs the question, if it eats them all that easily, how come we couldn't get it to eat the barrels? Because according to that cardboard insert, this thing should suck up the barrels, but it really did not do that. So what I want to do now is I want to see if I can get it to eat the barrels. Where did I put the barrels? Right here. So there's the barrels. My goal is to see if I can get it to eat the barrels, because it says it should be able to do that. It said on the product, should be able to eat the barrels. So we're going to give it a shot one more time here and see if we can pull it off. See if we can get it to eat the barrels. So here we go. Okay, yeah, let's try eating them one at a time here, because this is not like... Please work. There we go. That time it worked. Can we go 3 in a row? 3 in a row. Nope, got stuck. And then... yeah. Cool. Okay, so obviously it has some issues. One thing that I will say is a little bit interesting about this is that it seems that every now and again when you're trying to suck trucks up, they get stuck on the rubber tines, I noticed. So I noticed that like if you're trying to eat a truck, there'll be every now and again like that. See where it is right there? You really gotta push it sometimes to get the minis to actually go inside the truck. I want to see, okay, this might be interesting if I can pull this off. Let's see if I can actually get a clip of it eating the truck from the inside. You see, you really gotta like, sometimes the tines just get stuck and it doesn't eat the truck. Or sometimes it just shoots them out, which is really fascinating. But yeah, so that's probably my only complaint with this, is that sometimes these little rubber teeth right here just don't do a good enough job of grabbing the trucks and throwing them in, you know what I mean? But then again, you don't want to damage the minis, so I kind of get it, but at the same time, there's just sometimes where the little grabbers just don't do a good enough job of throwing the mini into the back. But yeah, other than that, this is pretty cool in concept. My only complaint is that it does not work as well as I feel like it should. But then again, I haven't tested it by just like letting it loose and just letting it devour minis. How would I even show that off? Do I have a way that I can show that off? I feel like I might. Give me a second. Okay, y'all are just gonna have to bear with the schlocky camera work here, but I'm going to attempt to make this work. I lined them up all on the floor here in front of my computer. We're gonna see if we can eat them all up in one shot. I got a light pointed over here, kinda. I'm gonna hope I'm not gonna get in the way of it, but yeah, let's see if it actually works. If I just let it go full speed, what'll happen? Yeah, here we go. I put Megalodon at the end. See how well this works here. I'm gonna give her some wide open speed, holding it by the handle. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's see how it works. I got 2 of the, nope, it got Max D. Max D jammed up the thing. So it got 3 of the 7 items. Yeah. So it does appear like every now and again, there we go, it did it that time. It does appear like every now and again what'll end up happening is it'll just like a mini will get stuck inside the teeth of the gears and it'll jam it up, so it just ends up pushing everything else because that one mini just can't get inside of the back, which really sucks. That is a bit of a downside to this. But yeah, with that being said, let's head back up to the studio. Should have set this up and made it look nice before I unpause the camera, but yeah, everybody, there you go. That's the Mad Hog Chomper. And I gotta be honest, I'm impressed. I am pleasantly impressed. I think this is pretty cool. Like I said, it does have a couple of flaws to it, but other than that, I actually do think this is a pretty neat little playset right here. It works sometimes to full efficiency. Like I said, I think this is really, really cool. It just would be nice if like every now and again it wouldn't get caught. The minis wouldn't get caught on that little teeth in there. That would have been really nice. But still, I think this is really, really awesome. Is it my favorite playset I've reviewed? Definitely not. I still think that Big Air Breakout is one of the, or Big Air Breakout, that's the Max D one. The Big Air what was it called? The freaking Big Shot Challenge? Spamton? That's not what it's called. What is the name of that thing called? The is it the Big Air Breakout? The World Finals? It was the Monster Jam World Finals. Big Air Challenge. Big Air Challenge? I guess that's what it's called. I don't know. I actually can't remember. The Big Air Breakout set, I'm pretty sure, was the Max D one. It came out, and I don't own that one. But yeah, there you go. That is the Mad Hog Chomper. Pretty awesome. I like it a lot. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all in the next playset review video. Yeah, I'm hoping to use that setup we got more often. If I can get that table more cleaned off, it's going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty crazy. The playset videos are going to go kind of nuts. So yeah, I'm definitely not doing any playsets that require water until I get that table more cleaned off, because I'm going to need a lot of room because I got to put towels everywhere. But yeah, with that being said, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you, and good night.